What three letters remind you of plaid seats? I'll give you a second. If it's GTI, then you got it right. Hey guys, how's it going? Basically an overview of my GTI. Had it for 3 years now, and I just wanted to make a review on it and hopefully shed some insight and basically my opinion and review about it over the course of the past 3 years. So yeah, let's go. Take you guys on a quick drive in my 2017 GTI. The cons, at around 29,000 miles, I had to get my steering rack replaced, but that was it. It was covered fully under warranty, as expected. It was just, honestly, it was a freak occurrence. They really don't happen that often, but when they do, obviously, it could be a little bit pricey to fix. And aside from that, that's really it. There are the minor nuances though that happen to this car as well as other cars. So it's called, and in my opinion, it's called wooden ship syndrome. And what that means is that everything in the car that's lined with felt in the door jambs creaks and cracks if you hit bumps and it's cold. And there's a simple fix for it. It's on the Vortex, it's on the forums on Facebook. It's very common. But aside from that, that's truly the only issue I've ever had. With this car, I went about buying it because I needed it to fit a specific need. I think when anyone buys a car, they have a need in mind, and mine specifically was going out there, not sacrificing sportiness, true sportiness too, not just like a up-badged base model. You know, it had to have some substance to it. I really enjoy the infotainment system, and the infotainment system, in my opinion, is great. The MIB 2, which is what this is called in Volkswagen world, it really is great. It has Apple CarPlay, it has Android Auto. It's really is a really nice feature, and I appreciate that because you're able to, you know, use Spotify, Apple Maps, Google Maps, anything you want. Ways, it's just great. How is the engine and the transmission? Well, honestly, in my opinion, I bought the car for the engine and the transmission. That, when you pair it with the handling dynamics, it's amazing. I was averaging 30.4 miles to the gallon. That's amazing in my opinion. My car though, it's been tuned on Unitronic Stage 1 and DSG Stage 1. Probably about 1,000 miles now. And let me tell you something, it was the best money I've ever spent on this car. What I needed was just a little more refinement, just a little bit more, not much, just a little bit. And I say that because the DSG operated more as an automatic and was constantly going to the highest gear. Now it just revs things out just a little bit more, and it bumps the horsepower figure up to 290 and 350 foot-pounds of torque, which is a significant improvement over stock. Overall, this car, for the money, I truly cannot think of a better daily driver that will smoke 95% of the cars on the road, get 30 plus mpgs like it's nothing, look amazing, especially with, you know, a little bit of time, labor, and love, right? Have RSE 10s by New Speed on this car, but I recently just took them off because it's approaching winter. So those are wrapped in all summer tires. So I'll attach a photo. I also upgraded the front headlights. So the front headlights originally came with halogens. I improved that. I got the Helix headlights. A lot of people bash Helix, I get it. You know, so be it. Everyone's all about the edge reps. I am too, but I got a really good deal on these, and they're HIDs. I've had zero issues, zero, since I've owned them, and I've owned them literally 6 months into ownership, so over 2.5 years now. Let's talk about the handling of the car. The handling of this car is incredible. I honest to God, after not driving this car for X amount of time, it truly is something else. It's spectacular because it's hard to explain what it feels like. It feels like a big go-kart. And in addition to that, the DSG transmission that's paired with this is phenomenal. It is really good. The handling of this car, I would define it as a big go-kart. This car, the way it handles, the way everything is paired together, the composure of the vehicle, you always feel confidence inspiring. You can take it around corners quickly. It's just, honestly, it's very flat and composed. Volkswagen really did a good job on making it very sporty, but not overly stiff. Now the seats, on the other hand, people may think that the reason the car is so sporty is because of the seats. They're pretty damn stiff. One of the biggest problems that I've seen is that many manufacturers will make a car, make it more sporty, but they'll make it overly sporty. I mean, overly sporty. And you know, every bump and nick in the road you hit, your back, you know, you feel your stomach in your throat, and you know, it's like you're driving on rocks. What does handling have to do with the seats, right? Handling is only good as the seats that keep you in place. That also adds to the effect of the handling of the car. So in my opinion, at first I thought these seats were perfect. They're amazing. After 3.5 years, I really think the same. They are amazing seats. They hug you amazingly. Some people may also confuse handling with the seats because they're so stiff. So they may think it's actually a more sporty ride than it is. You get a nice, compliant drive that you can daily drive without any flaws. The seats can use some more padding, in my opinion. They're pretty stiff over long rides, not terrible. But if you recline your seat back a certain way, you usually don't have back problems. I think the back bolstering is pretty good in terms of padding and everything. So the biggest question is, would I recommend this car to someone? I absolutely would. This car is, in my opinion, the best bang for the money. It really is. Like I was saying before, if you're looking for a fun, streetable daily that has room for other people as well as yourself, it's totally doable. I think the hatch really enables the car to shine. If it was a sedan, I think that'd be a little bit more difficult because the car would be a little bit too small. But if you really do need just a little bit more, you can also get the Golf R in terms of power. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Catch you guys next time.